The wife of Zamfara State Governor Hurera Lawang, who is the ambassador of Zakat and Endowment Board, described the initiative as collective commitment to supporting the state's most vulnerable families. She emphasized that supporting newly married orphans with household items, settling their debts, and providing business startup opportunities will help them make sound financial decisions and open pathways for personal and economic growth.
This occasion highlights our collective commitment to supporting the most vulnerable in our communities: widows, orphans, needy families, and all those who require assistance to live with dignity. Under the administration of His Excellency Governor Dauda Lawal, our state continues to prioritize the welfare programs that uplift our people and reduce hardship.
We married out 200 couples, 100 women and 100 men. So this one is part of the efforts and what the executive governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, is insisting, and that is why he is calling his government government of rescue, so that we can reduce the poverty in the state.
The ceremony concluded with presentations of household furniture to the newly wedded couples as beneficiaries expressed appreciation to the Governor Dauda Lawal for continued support towards vulnerable groups across the state. Damina Yusuf, AIT News, Gusau, Zamfara State Capital.
Zamfara State has done something that is touching many hearts across Nigeria today. The state government organized mass weddings for 200 orphans and gave each couple gifts to help start their new lives. If you find this update important, please hit the like button now and subscribe so you don't miss the next clear update I bring. I'm going to keep this simple and easy to follow. Here is what happened in plain terms. The Zamfara State government gathered 200 young people who had lost one or both parents, people we call orphans, and arranged marriages for them. The state provided wedding ceremonies, paid some of the cost, and then gave each couple practical gifts. These gifts included household items, financial support to help them begin life together, and in some reports modest business starter packs so they can earn income. The aim was to protect vulnerable young people, to stop early marriage risks from leaving them destitute, and to give them a stable, dignified start. If you agree this kind of care matters, press the like button and subscribe for more positive updates. Why does this matter? First, it shows a direct social response from government to the needs of vulnerable citizens. Too often we hear about policy in theory, but here the action is immediate. Wedding ceremonies, visible gifts, and public support. That sends a message: these young people are not forgotten. Second, in many communities, when orphans cannot afford marriage costs, they become exposed to risks like exploitation or broken homes. By stepping in, the government is reducing that risk and giving practical protection. If you feel this is the kind of leadership we need, like this video now. Let me explain the likely immediate benefits. For each young couple, getting a public ceremony and starter support means fewer bills, less pressure on extended family, and a better chance to stay together as a family unit. For the community, it demonstrates that vulnerable groups can receive targeted help rather than being left to chance. For the government, it is a visible act that can build trust if followed by consistent social programs. If you are moved by this, please share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. At the same time, some bigger questions come up that we should talk about honestly. One is sustainability. Can a one-off wedding event change long-term outcomes for orphans? The short answer: it helps now, but long-term progress needs steady programs such as education support, health care, vocational training, and job creation. Marriage support is valuable, but it should be paired with ongoing services so these new families can stay afloat. If you agree, hit like so more people hear this point. Another question is about selection and fairness. When officials picked 200 orphans, how were those young people chosen? Were the most vulnerable included? Was the process transparent? Many viewers care that help reaches those who truly need it. That said, public ceremonies often aim to be symbolic and practical at the same time, symbolic because they show government care, practical because they deliver direct goods. If you want me to dig into how selection should work, tell me in the comments and subscribe for a follow-up. Let us look at the broader context in which this action took place. Zamfara State has faced serious social challenges in recent years, including insecurity and economic strain. Many families were affected by violence, and children have borne the burden. Government-led social programs like this can be part of healing, helping communities recover by restoring family units and offering hope. If you believe such efforts should be expanded to other states, press the like button now. There is also the cultural element to consider. In many Nigerian communities, weddings are not only personal events, they are social rituals that bind families and neighbors. By supporting weddings for orphans, the state is also reaffirming social inclusion, telling the community that these young people belong and will be supported. That social message is powerful and can reduce stigma that orphans sometimes face. If this resonates with you, like the video and let others know. Now, let us talk about the economic part of the gifts. Reports say that the support included household items and starter capital. That is important because new households need resources, cooking utensils, bedding, and sometimes small funds to start a trade. But money and items alone do not guarantee success. What helps most is a combination of capital plus mentorship and skills training. For example, if a bride receives a sewing machine and also gets sewing lessons and market links, her chance of success increases dramatically. If you want a future segment on how to design such support sustainably, comment below and subscribe. Another angle is legal and social protection. When orphans marry, legal registration of their union, access to identification documents, and rights to inheritance matter a lot. The government can help by ensuring legal paperwork is in order so these couples are recognized and protected under the law. That prevents future disputes and secures property and custody rights. If you think legal protection should be part of these programs, press like and tell me in the comments. Let us be clear about potential criticism so we can discuss them fairly. Some people might say that marrying orphans off is not the right priority, that more investment in schools, healthcare, and jobs would be better. Others might worry about age and consent. Were all the young people ready for marriage emotionally and financially? These concerns are valid. The best approach is a mixed program. Immediate relief for vulnerable people, plus long-term investment in education, health, and livelihoods. If you agree, press like and subscribe to follow our deeper coverage. Now, think about the broader ripple effect. When a government shows it can organize and fund social support at this scale, it can build community confidence and reduce panic in fragile areas. It can also inspire civil society groups, religious organizations, and private donors to join in, creating a network of care rather than one-off charity. That network is what helps vulnerable young families survive and thrive. If this idea appeals to you, like this video and share with friends. I also want to highlight the role of local leaders. Traditional rulers, community elders, and religious leaders likely played a part in making these weddings acceptable and meaningful. Their involvement helps ensure cultural rights are respected and that each family is supported by the community. That social buy-in is critical for long-term success. If you want more stories about how communities can support orphans, comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Here are some practical suggestions I'd offer to the Zamfara government or any state repeating this model: pair wedding support with education scholarships for children in the household. Provide vocational training for spouses who want to work, link families to microfinance programs with low-interest loans, ensure legal documentation and social welfare follow-up, and create community mentorship programs that check in regularly. If these ideas sound useful, please like this video so the algorithm knows to show it to others who care. Let us also talk about how the public can help. If you are watching and want to assist, consider supporting reputable local NGOs focused on orphan care, contributing to vocational training programs, sponsoring scholarships, or volunteering as a mentor. Small, sustained actions from many people can be more powerful than one large event. If you feel moved to help, write in the comments what you can do and subscribe so we can connect you to verified groups. Now, let us pause briefly to reflect on the human side. Imagine being a young person who has lost parents and then being given a chance to start a family with dignity. That emotional relief cannot be underestimated. The ceremony itself, the community presence, the gifts, they can rebuild a sense of worth and belonging. Those are the quiet successes that statistics do not fully capture. If you feel this story matters, please press the like button and share this message. Before I wrap up, let us consider accountability and follow-through. For this program to be judged successful, the government must report back, show how the 200 couples are faring after 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. Provide data on school attendance of children in those homes, business survival of starter enterprises, and any social support interventions offered. Transparency builds trust and lets citizens know the program is not a publicity stunt. If you want periodic follow-ups from this channel, subscribe now. Finally, here is the core takeaway. Zamfara's action to marry off 200 orphans and give them gifts is a meaningful, visible step to help vulnerable young people. It addresses immediate needs and sends a social message of inclusion. But the real test is what comes next: sustained support, education, training, legal protection, and community mentorship. If those follow, this moment could be the start of lasting change. If you found this clear and useful, hit the like button now, subscribe for ongoing coverage, and share your thoughts in the comments.